Well, we're going back to the plant that we were talking about when we were talking about suckering. And the main stem is that piece right there that has the ripe fruit on it. And it wraps around and comes up, and this is the main stem. See how many flowers are there with pollination? You know, you're looking at 20 or more tomatoes. Now we'll go around the other side, where I was sitting when I did the video. This is the plant that we did in the video, and if you look back at the video, and you can see these two holes were in that stake. The main stem is right there, and it wraps around and comes up through the center of the plant all the way up to the top. Everything else is suckers. Now that's 7 feet of plant, and it's been in the ground about 5 weeks. So then we can come back, and this was the first sucker. You got tomatoes on it. You got tomatoes to grow here. You're going to have tomatoes in there, and you're going to have tomatoes in there, and you've got tomatoes in there. That's one sucker. If each one of them just has 10, it's 50 tomatoes right here on that sucker. This sucker here has got one set of flowers and another set forming. And see, that one there has got a set of flowers and a set of flowers. And that sucker has flowers at the top, flowers here, tomatoes. So we've got one main trunk. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 suckers. If each sucker just has 5 clusters, that's 40 clusters. If they have 20 tomatoes on each cluster, you can see what I'm talking about? And we still have 3 months to grow. All these suckers will have just as many tomatoes as that main stem. That little black bumblebee right there can pollinate more flowers. I mean, he's like a second, 2 seconds per flower. And that's all it takes, just for him to go around and touch them. That's 2 tomatoes. 3 tomatoes. It's sort of neat. 4 tomatoes. Just from him touching them. Here's the other side of the plant. We got 8 suckers. If they all just have 5 sets, clusters of flowers that make tomatoes, each one of them would have 5 on it. And if each cluster had 20 grape cherry tomatoes on it, that's 100. And we've got 8 suckers. That's 800. And we actually have 9 suckers. Now if you have one main trunk and it's got 10 clusters on it of 20 tomatoes each, you get 200 tomatoes. This works really well on cherry tomatoes. And this is not my best producer. I'll show you the best producers. The ones on the end of the garden, I don't know what it is, get more afternoon sun. This one has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 15 suckers and 1 stem. So if you got 16 of them and each one of them only gives you 50 tomatoes, you get 800. And there are a bunch of them in here the same way. So this one here is a producer. Look at the flowers. This is going to be a big producer. This one got stunted early. We thought it was dead and it came back to life. It wilted over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, stems, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But the same deal on all of them. This will be a producer. It's got a lot of flowers, setting a lot of fruit. See that cluster of grapes? You know, there's a couple in here, I can't find them, that have, you know, closer to 50. And that's the one we're looking at. And see this cluster? All this is on one little cluster. So if you had all those on each one of these flowers, you know, you get in 800,000, 1,200 tomatoes. It really does work. You can see with the tomatoes, they're 7 feet tall. These are about 6. And these are up to about my chin. And these are 4th of July's, and they're quite prolific. And they're not growing as fast as the others. I don't know what it is. The fertilizer in the ground might have been a little uneven. It might have so much rain diluted it. It's not really thick and bushy at the top. The suckers are not getting taller quickly. The better boys were the same way, but they finally kicked in. It could have been too much water. That's our biggest better boy. But see, that one's got 4 or 5 on it, but it should have 10 or 20, because we get 35, 40 of those tomatoes a year off of one plant. But they're slowly starting to put a little size on it, and see how this one on the end is closest to the afternoon sun. It's got some tomatoes on it, but they just didn't set down low. And I imagine with all the rain, you didn't have many pollinators early in the season, and with all the rain, you had even less in your garden. But if even half of these set, see, this just has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 stems, but it's a better boy. It's a big tomato. You know, if you had 12 stems on this trying to hold up big better boys, that wouldn't work.